Hello guys, all of those who are watching and listening me, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you are in sound health and enjoying your life as best as you can. My name is Saad and I'm working as a research associate in NIPG Faisalabad. I have been working in soybean crop since last 3 years when I was in my master's degree. So at that time, I have a lot of problems and a lot of questions in my mind because I listened a lot from my seniors and my colleague about that I choose a very difficult crop for my research purpose because at that time I think there are a lot of germination problems of soybean. But I do work on this crop and Alhamdulillah I completed my master's degree in soybean. Now I'm a bit satisfied and seeing a future of this crop in Pakistan. The purpose of this channel is to guide those people who want to do work or gain information about soybean crop. So when I was at that stage, I have no source from where I can get information like this. Please like, share, and subscribe this channel for more information about soybean and other crop as well. Here are a couple of slides about production technology of soybean that you guys are interested to be work on. So basically we start from scientific classification of soybean. Here this is kingdom, its kingdom is plantae and it belongs to Leguminosae family and its genus is glycine. So the scientific name of soybean plant is glycine max. So I won't go to his history. You guys go through from the literature. The purpose is only to share it with you my experience and the technologies in which we are working on, or you can say that in which the institute different institutes are working, such as RE, we are working NIPG, and many more. So before move on, I want to tell you this is my practical work and it totally based on my practical, my experience, not to the theory work. So previously, as I told you, I'm working on soybean crop. Now, so we cut our autumn soybean crop and we got a remarkable results. Soybean is also known as a golden bean or poor man's meat because it contains a remarkable 40 to 45% protein, or 2 to 4 times higher than the maize, rice, and wheat. We literally gain 40 to 43% protein in our cultivars. I have proof. If you want, you can comment down. I'll show you. And it also contains 20 to 22% oil content and 20 to 26% carbohydrate. We also call this crop a wonder crop because of its composition. The other uses are soybean meal is used as an animal feed, rich in sugar content, contain eight special kind of essential amino acids that our body, or you can say human body, can't synthesize itself. And it contains unsaturated fatty acid that are of basically two types, linoleic acid and linolenic acid. 54% linoleic acid and 8 to 9% linolenic acid present in that type of fatty acid. This crop is also enriched in lysine, which is not present in, as I already told you, in maize, rice, and other cereal crops. Soybean as a food. It is used traditionally in meal dishes such as tofu, soya paste, soya cheese. In China, a lot of products are present, but in Pakistan, I was previously in a meeting. One delegation from Islamabad came and he told that soybean milk is available in Islamabad, and they are trying to spread their branches in Islamabad, Lahore, and all other cities. So this is the product. When I was in meeting, they serve us these soybean biscuits. I ate only two biscuits and I feel like I'm not hungry at that time. So this is the full of nutrition, gluten-free biscuit. So we should talk about climatic requirement of soybean crop. 15 to 30 degrees centigrade required for germination, for seed germination. 20 to 35 degrees centigrade is optimum temperature for growth and development of soybean. If the temperature below 10 degrees centigrade or above 38 degrees centigrade, the growth of crop is also retarded. 25 degrees centigrade is the ideal temperature for good flowering. If you talk about the land preparation, 2 to 3 times plowing are sufficient to gain proper tilth or proper we called as prosperous soil. So green manuring. Green manuring is the best application for enriching our soil with organic nutrients. So this is our field where we broadcast Sesbania seed before 1.5 month before soybean sowing. So after that we cut and mix into the soil, and we got a remarkable results after this. We gain data before and after this application, and we achieve best results. Basically, two sowing times of soybean. First one is autumn, and second one is spring. In autumn, mid-July to mid-August is the ideal temperature. In spring, last week of Jan to mid-Feb. We previously we sow our crop in autumn 5th of August, 5th to 8th of August, because we have a lot of trials and we work in different locations. In spring, we sow our crop in 10 to 15, between 10 to 15 Febs. As I told you, we work on different locations such as in Saad, Sargoda, in Faisalabad. Faisalabad is our station where we are working. In Chakragarh, in Bhavalpur, in Sahiwal, in all these locations, we have different trials. So this is the actual picture from our Sahiwal trial, where we are showing our trial. As all of you know, soybean belongs to the leguminosae family, and it has ability to fix atmospheric nitrogen into usable form of nitrogen. So nodule formation start after 2 to 3 weeks of sowing. After 2 weeks of nodulation, nitrogen fixation start in these nodules, and it remain active 6 to 8 weeks. And oil flavor is due to a lipooxidase enzyme present in the soybean seed, and this nitrogen fixation is due to bacteria which is known as Bradyrhizobium japonicum. And soybean crop has capacity, it can fix more than 40 kg nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen per hectare in a single season. These are the real pictures of nodulation. As you can see, this is from our Faisalabad location. Majority of our lines have nodules, and they are active nodules. As I told you the method how to check or nodules are active or not. And this is from Sawat location. These lines are also rich with nodule formation. Next, we'll move on fertilizer and irrigation application. These are the basic nutrient: nitrogen, phosphorus, potash, zinc, with the ratio of 30, 60, 40, and 5 kg per hectare. As you know, in other cereal crop, nitrogen fertilizer ratio is 2:1, but in this crop, here the ratio is half, because we already talk about that this crop has ability to fix atmospheric nitrogen. 5 to 7 irrigations are sufficient, and it depends on the condition and the sowing times. For example, there are two sowing times of this crop: autumn and in spring. In autumn, 7 to 8 irrigations, and in spring, and it also depends upon on the rain and some other factors. The critical stages are sprouting, flowering, pod filling, and grain development stage. In this stage, necessary we have to irrigate our field. To protect from soil-borne diseases, seed should be treated with fungicide There are a lot of fungicide that are available in market for weed control, crop rotation, cultural practices, and chemical control. Three basic methods we use in our field. The crop rotation, as I told you, we sow Soybean crop and mix into the soil, and nowadays different chemical are available in market for weed control of soil. In the disease and pest control, the major pests are whitefly, cutworm, larva, and stem fly. Basically, you should control on whitefly, because if the whitefly infection is high, then more chances of yellow mosaic virus come. Soybean crop mature in 92 to 120 days depending upon the growing season and the variety that we planted. When 90 to 95% pods mature, then it's mean we have to harvest our crop. Store at about 8 to 10% moisture, and the temperature should be 15 to 20 degrees centigrade where we store our seed. Finally, the main thing is we achieve 3 to 3.5 ton per hectare yield in our trial. So it's mean soybean crop has a potential, and inshallah in coming years you will see this crop will overcome all of these problems. So basically we use two threshing mechanisms. The first one is mechanical, this is for the large sample, and the second one is a traditional or hand threshing method, you can say, because we work on the small scale or we have small samples. We are at that time we evaluating different germplasm. This is for the small samples and this is for large samples, and in coming days soybean threshing machine is available for farmers. This slide shows the comparison between autumn and spring season. And firstly, we see germination percentage is good in autumn, but germination percentage is normal in spring season. This is due to temperature. Pest and disease infection is high in autumn because cotton is present. So that's why white fly attack or infection is more as compared to spring, and seed shattering percentage is equal to 0. And in spring sheets shattering percentage is high because during the harvesting of spring soybean the temperature is high and overall yield is good. The yield of a spring season is good, but as compared to autumn the yield is 10% less than autumn season. Meet with the soybean team. Our team leader is Dr. Ghulam Raza. Dr. Ali Raza is a team member. Dr. Slimur Rahman is also the member, and Saad Said. This is me, and I am the researcher in this project.